This parasite hijacks mosquitoes to sneak its eggs under your skin. Not tricks them, not lands on them by accident. Hijacks them, mid-flight. Then rides them like a getaway car straight to you. No questions asked, no chance to say no. Meet the human botfly. And buckle up, because this is the one bug on this channel I genuinely wish I could unlearn. Here's the opening move, and it's already unhinged. The female botfly doesn't lay her eggs on you directly. That would be too easy, too risky, too much chance of getting swatted. Instead, she catches a mosquito midair, grabs it physically in flight, and glues her eggs onto its body. Then she lets it go. The mosquito flies off completely unharmed, doing its normal mosquito thing, with zero idea it's now a delivery truck for a parasite that isn't even hers to worry about. This is called foracy, using another animal purely as transport, and the botfly has turned it into a precision weapon. She doesn't need to find you. She doesn't even need to get close to you. She just needs to find a mosquito that will. And she's disturbingly good at this part. Female botflies have been observed doing this midair, ambushing mosquitoes in flight, sometimes even hovering near known mosquito hotspots, like standing water or livestock pens, essentially running a targeted delivery operation, with better logistics than most delivery apps. She can carry and distribute dozens of eggs this way, across multiple mosquitoes in a single outing, which means one botfly isn't just one threat. She's potentially dozens of separate, independent delivery attempts, all happening at once, all completely invisible to you. So the mosquito lands on you, totally normal. You might not even notice. And that's when the eggs, sensing your body heat through the mosquito's tiny body, hatch almost instantly. The larvae don't wait for the mosquito to bite. They just drop, using the warmth as their signal, and burrow directly into your skin, through the bite wound, a hair follicle, or sometimes just any tiny break they can find. Painless, quiet. You genuinely have no reason to look twice, and now it lives there. For the next 6 to 12 weeks, that larva is going to sit under your skin and grow. It creates a small breathing hole at the surface, because it still needs oxygen, obviously. This isn't a horror movie, it's just biology being extremely rude. And through that hole it breathes, while the rest of its body stays buried. Feeding on your tissue fluid, getting bigger, week after week, unless something goes wrong for it. If you're already regretting today's topic, good, same, but stay with me, because it gets weirder before it gets better. The bump it creates is called a warble, and here's the detail that makes people lose their minds every single time they hear it for the first time. Not itch, not throb, move, because it is in fact a living creature, repositioning itself occasionally under your skin on purpose, while you go about your day like everything is fine. Some people have described feeling it shift when they press near the bump, or noticing the breathing hole open and close slightly as the larva adjusts. Your immune system, for what it's worth, mostly tolerates it during this stage. Inflammation stays relatively mild for weeks, which is honestly the most unsettling detail of all. Your own body has essentially decided this is a manageable roommate situation rather than an emergency, right up until you, personally, decide otherwise and go looking for Vaseline. Removal is its own special kind of nightmare logistics. You can't just yank it out, because the larva has backward-facing spines along its body, like a tiny grappling hook, that dig in harder the more you pull. And if it breaks apart under the skin instead of coming out whole, that's a genuine infection risk, since any leftover fragments can trigger a much nastier immune reaction than the intact larva ever caused. So the actual medical trick is suffocation. Cover the breathing hole completely. Vaseline, tape, nail polish, anything that blocks air. And the larva, unable to breathe, tries to back itself out on its own to find oxygen somewhere else. Usually within a few hours, sometimes overnight, it'll work its way toward the surface just enough that it can be gently pulled free, alive, spines and all, in one piece. Deeply satisfying if you're into that. Deeply horrifying if you are a normal person. No judgment. Doctors will actually tell you not to try squeezing it out the way you deal with anything else under your skin, precisely because of those spines. Squeezing just anchors it harder, like trying to pull a fishhook out backward. The suffocation method works specifically because it uses the larva's own survival instinct against it. It's not fighting the parasite, it's just politely encouraging it to leave on its own terms, slightly early. Now, quick fact that somehow makes this both better and worse. The human botfly isn't even trying to hurt you specifically. You're not the target. You're just a convenient, warm, blood-filled apartment that happened to be available. The botfly's actual evolutionary goal is exactly the same as every other parasite on this channel. Grow safely, avoid predators, reach adulthood, and get out before anything notices. You are, biologically speaking, collateral damage in a very well-optimized survival plan. Geographically, you're mostly safe, unless you're traveling through Central or South America, where the human botfly, scientifically named Dermatobia hominis, is actually native. Which, side note, hominis is Latin for of humans, meaning this creature was so committed to the bit that it got human right into its official scientific name. Somebody sat down, studied this parasite, and decided the most defining feature worth immortalizing in Latin forever was essentially, yeah, this one specifically goes for people. That's dedication. And once removal videos started circulating online, real medical footage, real larvae, real satisfying suffocate and extract technique, the internet did exactly what the internet always does, with anything simultaneously horrifying and oddly mesmerizing. It went viral. There are entire corners of the internet dedicated to botfly removal content. And somehow it keeps finding new audiences, generation after generation, each one equally convinced they've discovered the most disturbing thing on the internet. You have not. It's just the botfly. It's always the botfly. And it's not just humans either. There are botfly species that specialize in cattle, horses, rodents, even rabbits, each one with its own preferred host, and its own version of this exact playbook. Catch a carrier, deliver the eggs, let body heat do the rest. The human version isn't even the most aggressive one. It's just the one most likely to end up as a deeply cursed medical video on the internet. The rabbit and rodent versions, for instance, don't even bother with the mosquito middleman most of the time. They lay eggs directly near burrows and nests, betting on sheer probability that something warm will wander past close enough for the larva to make their move. The cattle version can infest so many animals in a single herd that it's considered a genuine agricultural problem in some regions, costing real money in lost weight and damaged hides, which is a wild sentence to say about a fly maggot, but here we are. Every version runs the same basic con, only the delivery method changes. Here's the part I actually can't get over though. This entire strategy, using a second animal as an undetectable delivery system to bypass a host's defenses entirely, is one of the most efficient tricks in the Parasite playbook. And the botfly didn't invent the concept. It's just really, really good at it. Other parasites hijack ants, snails, even fish, turning them into unwitting couriers or puppets to reach their real target. The botfly just happens to have picked the transport method, a mosquito that's already going to bite you anyway, that guarantees delivery almost every single time. Think about how quietly brilliant that is from a pure survival standpoint. The botfly never has to risk approaching a host directly, never has to survive being swatted, brushed off, or noticed. It outsources all of that risk to an animal that already has full clearance to land on you, bite you, and fly away without raising a single alarm. Evolution didn't just give the botfly a bid strategy, it gave it a strategy with almost zero personal risk, at the cost of one completely innocent mosquito, who honestly didn't sign up for any of this either. If a creature had to hijack something to reach you specifically, would you rather it be a mosquito you never notice, or something bigger you'd actually see coming? Let me know in the comments, because apparently I need validation that other people find this as deeply unsettling as I do. And if you've genuinely had a botfly encounter yourself, or know someone who has, I need to know. I need the story. Comments are right there. If your skin is currently crawling, and you want more of nature's most unhinged, deeply cursed survival strategies delivered straight to you, subscribe to 6 Legs Deep, because this is genuinely one of the tamer episodes I've got lined up, and I need witnesses for what's coming next. We're talking wasps that turn cockroaches into obedient zombies, fungi that hijack ants and march them to their death, and worms that convince crickets to voluntarily drown themselves. This channel does not do gentle. Here's the twist that actually gets me the most, though, and it's not even the parasite itself. It's the timeline, 6 to 12 weeks. That's how long this can sit there, growing, breathing through its own little hole, completely undetected, before it's ready to leave on its own terms. Most infections announce themselves loudly. Fever, swelling, something that sends you straight to a doctor within days. This one just waits, patiently, politely almost, for a parasite. It grows slowly enough and causes little enough alarm that entire vacations have ended. People have flown home, gone back to work, gone about completely normal weeks, all while unknowingly hosting a slowly maturing larva that has zero interest in rushing the process, right up until it's done. So here's the question I'm leaving you with, and I want you to actually sit with it for a second. Somewhere in the world, right now, there is a mosquito flying around, carrying eggs it did not choose to carry, heading toward a person who has absolutely no idea what's about to land on them. Statistically, probably not you, almost certainly not you, but You sure are checking your arms right now, aren't you?